What is going on? It's your boy Wonder Brother, and we are back with some more Need for Speed No Limits. It's time for episode 709. We are continuing our spring 2024 garage showcase with the next class of cars. We are in the muscle class. That's right, majority. In fact, I think all of these cars are strictly American, strictly muscle, and strictly business. Actually, yes, every single one of these cars is confirmed American muscle. And we're going to start things off on the high side of things. Starting off with the Ford Shelby GT500. This one is the Snoop Dogg design version that's in the game, which he did a phenomenal job on this one. I like the color. I like the color combo. I like the styling of it. It looks phenomenal. It looks aggressive. It looks very, very Snoop. Continuing on, we have the first Mopar in this lineup. We have the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon, not the Hellcat, the Demon. That means this one has 840 horsepower. Comes factory with a factory option where you can get drag radials or drag slicks rather. That also comes with skinny tires on the front and is the first and only production capable car that can do a wheel stand on a drag strip. Yeah, phenomenal. Continuing on, we have one of two Ken Block cars. This one being the famous Unicorn. This one is the version one with the supercharger instead of the twin turbos. This one producing right around 800 horsepower, all-wheel drive. Yes, I know, it's a Mustang. It should be rear-wheel drive. No, it's Ken Block's Mustang. That means it's all-wheel drive, and that means it's also going to Gymkhana everything in all-wheel drive, which is phenomenal. Looks fantastic, drives fantastic, is fantastic. Continuing on down the lineup, we have the oldest car in the game currently, the 1930s Ford Model 18. This one we actually won in a special event called the Rebels Gambit. Hence the wrap that's on the car, which looks phenomenal. Has supercharged V8 Ford engine. I believe this might be the Coyote V8, but don't quote me on this one. This actually might be a racing V8 from their Ford Racing division. Continue on the Mustang train. We got Ford Mustang GT from 2015. This one is maxed out at 802, starting from 500. This one with a Ken Block wrap put on the car. Of course, we kept the stock wheels because it looked nice, especially in this green color. Looks absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And this thing is an absolute ripper. I spanked so many supercars in this damn thing. Even a few hypercars too. Continuing on, we have our first and only Cadillac in the lineup with the CT5V Blackwing. This car is absolutely phenomenal, especially in real life. Four-door super saloon, as they would say in Britain. But this thing is basically a high performance. It's basically a high performance business car. Damn near a limo, if you would, considering how long this thing is. But this thing has a supercharged V8 producing over 600 horsepower, if I'm not mistaken, and has the ability to do what Cadillac calls Super Cruise, which is basically Cadillac's version of Tesla's autopilot, which is not available in the game, but available in real life, sitting at 801 right behind the Mustang GT, and not even maxed out. The second non-maxed out car. The first non-maxed out car is that Challenger Demon. Continuing on, we have another classic with a Ford Falcon XB Coupe from the late 60s. This one, body kit wise, is similar to like Mad Max, very Mad Max inspired, but of course the wrap is definitely not Mad Max inspired. Of course, side exit exhaust, just for the culture of it. Looks phenomenal. Continuing on, we have our next Mopar with the Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat. This one, not maxed out, but is flipping rapid. Actually, very phenomenal car. Quite fun to drive too, in real life and in the game. We're going to stay on the Mopar train for just a sec. We got the Dodge Challenger SRT8. This is the either second or third generation. This is the generation that they brought back in the early 2010s when the whole what's it called, retro modern muscle car era was in effect. You know, they was bringing back old cars. They also brought back the Camaro right around this time, of course, with the Transformer movie. You know, they brought back the Charger a few years prior as a four-door sedan, muscle sedan, and then they brought back the Challenger as a two-door muscle coupe. This one's maxed out at 768. Continuing on, we have the Chevrolet Camaro Z28. And speaking of the comeback of the Camaro, this is the 6th gen Camaro. No, sorry, this is the 5th gen with the facelift. So super phenomenal. Looks absolutely great with this wide body kit that came with the car. Sitting at 752 in performance. Again, looks phenomenal. Back on the Mopar train, we have the Dodge Challenger SRT8. This is the Snoop Dogg version. This one looks quite nice as well. And this one definitely more Snoop Dogg inspired than the GT500 Shelby. Of course, you got the LA Lakers colors. This one's sitting at a 748. This one is not maxed out. Continuing back on the Mopar train, we have the 1969 Dodge Charger RT. This one is maxed out at 665, and this one I designed personally to be sort of like my own version of the Vin Diesel Charger from the Fast and the Furious series. Of course, this one is a lot more drag spec design. Of course, you got the crazy supercharger sticking out the front. Got the OG wheels. This one has side exit exhaust and a duck build rear spoiler with the rear window louvers. Looks absolutely phenomenal and looks very, very fast and furious in the Need for Speed game. Headed back into the blue oval camp, we have the Ford Mustang Boss 302 from 1969. This one is maxed out, sitting at 640. Very similar styling to the Charger that I mentioned, you know, with the NASCAR spots, NASCAR style rear spoiler, of course the rear window louvers, big supercharger, side exit exhaust. This one's like a mix between the Charger RT that was shown and the Ken Block Unicorn with the very, very aggressive wide body kit. Looks very similar as far as that kind of styling. Looks absolutely phenomenal. And went with a hot rod style body kit wrap. Back into the GM side of things, we have the Chevrolet Corvette Stingray 427 C2. This one, I believe, is from 1964. This generation of the Corvette was made from 1962 to 1967, with one particular variant available for 1 year called the split window Corvette, where the back window actually was split down the middle by a metal strip. That was actually part of the body of the car, but this one is not the 63 version. This is actually the 64, so looks phenomenal. I wish they actually brought the 63, but that's neither nor there. Sitting at 626, continuing on, we have our first and only Pontiac in the game, or at least in our garage, with a Pontiac Firebird from the, I believe this one is the early 70s version. This one inspired from the movie Smokey and the Bandit. If you are a true car movie buff, you would recognize this car immediately. Of course, I believe that movie came out in either the late 70s or the early 80s. And phenomenal car, phenomenal. And finally, our lowest rated muscle car, we have the OG Camaro, the 1967 Camaro SS. This one actually shared the same chassis, the same body, a lot of the same parts as the Pontiac Trans Am from the exact same year. Of course, from there, the Trans Am and the Camaro kind of sort of went their own direction as far as styling and things of that nature, but both of them are GM cars. And that will wrap it up for this episode of Needs to Be No Limits. Tune in next time for episode 710, where we continue our spring 2024 garage showcase, heading into the sports category. Of course, we have 16 out of 23 of the muscle cars shown are available in the game. And we will continue on, like I said, with the sports category. Like and subscribe for more content. Also for motorsports and gaming content, I will leave links to different channels in the description, as well as links to my Discord and Patreon. Like and subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for joining. It's your boy, Warner Brother. Much love, much appreciation. Stay blessed, and I'm out of here. Peace.